Trista Plaguewind hides deep in the shadows.
Welcome back, friends. I'm here in the Glooming Deep Zone with a new character. Yeah, I decided to make one of those Dark Elf Rangers. Here we go. Ranger, Dark Elf, Deity Bertoculus. Why not? I twinked them out a little bit so they got some plat, they've got some hit points and stuff like that, so they're not going to be too easy to kill. Why did I twink it out? Well, because it's what I do. Some of it, is crafted. Some of it is just stuff that drops. I just have so much gear lying around. Whenever I make a new character, I'm like, what can I give to this new character? Of course, it's for an Avise, so I'm already level 3 because there's a massive XP bonus that is here all the time. All the time. I've got a gnome mercenary who's a tank. And if you're ever thinking about making a new character and you're like, I'm going to make a new character over on the Throne of Ice server, what kind of mercenary should I use? Well, I would say get a tank mercenary. I would even say get a tank mercenary even if you're a tank. Why? Well, a couple of reasons. Ooh, I just got a wrist item that dropped. One is that the tank is going to keep you safe. The tank is going to taunt all the monsters off of you, and especially if you can get a journeyman tank, right? That's the better kind that you get if you have a gold account. If you have a free-to-play account, you're stuck with the apprentice ones, and I'm afraid they're not very good. They're better than not having anything at all, of course. They're also cheaper as far as how much gold they charge you each cycle, because each cycle is like 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes that goes by in-game, you get charged a certain amount of silver, gold, plat, whatever, depending on the level of the mercenary and the type. Like I said, the journeyman ones, they will charge you more per cycle than the free ones. Although, I don't think you're charged anything in the beginning. So let's take a look here. We'll go to info here. So it says NA, so it's not charging me anything right now for this mercenary. I don't think it starts charging you until you get to like maybe level 6 when you start losing XP for your death. I can try to look at that when I hit 6 and see if that changes. Or who knows, maybe they chose a well-rounded number like level 10 or something to start charging players for the mercenaries. I think I've killed all the rats and bats that I need to kill. So let's go down this way, and we gotta loot those cocoon silk, the spider cocoon silk. Because killing the things like the vermin nest quest gives you one item. I think it's the legs. And I think for the chest you need to do the cocoon silk quest. So I need 4 cocoon silks, and it seems to be a busy day in the tutorial this afternoon, so there's a lot of other players lurking about, so I gotta compete with them to loot these silks. Ooh, there's another one over here. I got 2 so far, so this is my 3rd. I just need 1 more, so that's not bad. It's pretty quick. There's someone over here 3-boxing already. They've got like 3 wood. It looks like 3 different wood elves, and for some reason they're sporting 3 wizard mercenaries, like caster damage mercenaries. I'm not sure why you would go with that strategy. If I want DPS, I usually go with a rogue, but who knows? Maybe it's a good choice. Maybe it's probably a valid choice. I'm not sure. What kind of mercenaries do you guys prefer? Like I said, I would suggest a tank when you're getting started, because like say, you know, you're not me, you don't have any gear. What if you're completely new to the Throne of Ice server? You've got 0 gear, nothing at all. In that case, having a tank, even if you're playing a warrior or something similar, I'm already getting crude defiant chain gloves here. Nice. I might not have to quest it. Oh, there's my last egg sac over here. Yeah, or cocoon. There we go. So I got all my cocoon silks. So let's go turn that in. I'll get my chest and my legs. Yeah, see? Wizard and mercenaries. Oh, it's not a bunch of wood elves. It looks like there's a couple of Draken in their group. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm being nosy. I should stop. Alright, cocoon silks. There you go, cat lady. There's my chest. And I think I just hail them for the legs. So the chest is the cocoon silk. The legs you get from the rat nest and stuff. So look at that. I've almost got a full set already because I already got bracer and gloves. I just need boots and head. I need head. Give me head. I mean helmet. Give me helmet. Alright, ranger spells. Let's go see. I might be able to start buying spells already. Okay, got crude leather. I don't need crude leather. Did I get 2? I already got 2 crude chain bracers. Well, I'm going to keep this in my other wrist slot because it's got much better stats. So I'm just going to sell that. And I'll sell the plate. And the Glooming Deep Silk I don't need. I'm going to keep the rat ears because those can be used for trade skill stuff. You know, I might have to leave here and get myself a fire beetle eye. Yeah, I'm going to leave here to get a beetle eye. Let's run to Kinos from POK. Alright, level 15. I'm not going to buy any spells beyond 15 because by then I'll be in POK and I can get more access to all the other spells. So what are we going to do to get to POK? We're going to use the Throne of Heroes. If you don't know, you know, I always try to put in a little tip of the day even when I'm just making a Let's Play video. If you click your inventory, you click on AA, you get your AA window, click on Special tab, because you're special. You are special. Click on Throne of Heroes, make a hotkey, put it wherever you want, and then you click on that, it'll teleport you. You have access to this at level 1. However, it has to be one of the servers like Throne of I, where it's a live server, or a TLP that already has the guild lobby enabled. I don't think it'll work otherwise, because, you know, if you got no guild lobby, you got nowhere to teleport to. You just click it. There's a long cast time. I think it's about 10 seconds, something like that. But you will be magically whisked away to the Throne of Heroes, aka the guild lobby in POK. Once we're in the guild lobby, we're going to head to POK. Straight through this door here. Now we are in the plane of knowledge. Here, I can trigger my mount. I got a free mount already. For those who don't remember or don't know, you can hit / and the word claim. Press enter. And if you don't see anything in this list, hit the refresh button. And it will refresh the list and show you all the things that are available for you to claim. Things like Gift of Lost Legacies, Mechatic Blueprint. This is the Hedgerow leaf. That is the mount. So you get this big green leaf over here, and it summons a very fast lion-looking mount that I guess is supposed to be a hedge or like a bush lion. You also get Dreamweave satchels, or well, you may have access to them anyway. And then there's, you know, a bunch of other things that you might have available depending on what you've purchased, what expansions you might have purchased. over the years. So here we go, Quanos. Trying to remember, there are fire beetles. Yeah, there are fire beetles in the Quanos newbie area. Another good place for fire beetle eyes would be the Rivervale book. Freeport may have them too, but I can't remember for sure. Okay, I want one of these Clicknick drones. Let me memorize my Flame Lick spell because I'll be using it here soon. I need to get a bow on this character too. I don't have a bow yet. I could always just use one of the bows that you get from the barrels there in, what's it called? Glooming Deep. I just want to kill this skeleton just because he's got a sword. It's the newbie in me, man. It's like, kill it, it's got stuff in its hand. So we're going to go back to POK because we got our one beetle eye. You only need the one fire beetle eye. You don't need more than that. It doesn't consume the beetle eye. It just, you need to have it in your inventory in order to use the spell. And it's good to start practicing your spells early. That way you will build up your casting skills and you're not stuck there at level 70 fizzling constantly because you have 0 skills in casting spells. Now you may say, but Fez, you're stuck in POK now. How are you going to get back to the tutorial, huh? Come on, tell us, wise guy. Well, here you go. You just go to Sekalna Galnor over here. She's even got the word tutorials over her name. You just hail her, and you don't need to accept any of these quests. You just go to the text here, and you hit send, and she will magically whisk you away right back to Glooming Deep. So you don't miss a beat. You're right back where you started, and you can continue questing once you have your fire beetle eye. A really smart thing to do, which I'm not, would have been for me to equip my guy with a beetle eye when I was giving them gear, or I could have left one in my shared bank, because that's another way. Like over here, if you look at the banker and then you move the bank window here and you look here, all these shared bank slots, I could have put a stack of fire beetle eyes or whatever right in there, and I could have had access to it. So that's another way that you can get yourself a beetle eye if you don't want to actually leave the zone. So let's hail these guys and see if they have new quests for us. They apparently do. All right. I gotta go kill the spider tamer. I gotta kill a bunch of spiders. Sounds good. Where's my tank? Oh, another good thing, if you are using a tank mercenary, right click, go down to roles, select main tank. Then for yourself, right click on yourself, select main assist. This will ensure that your tank is always assisting you. They are targeting what you're targeting and not some other creature. Oh, and I also need to remember, start using my Flame Lick spell. So I'm practicing casting. Here I have my skills. See, evocation is now 11. So I'm practicing my casting. And Flame Lick is a dot. I believe it also lowers their AC or something. Surround your target in flickering flames, lowering their armor class, yep. And doing between 3 and 17 damage every 6 seconds. Requires but does not consume a fire beetle eye when cast. So yeah, if you don't have your fire beetle eye, it's not going to work. Oh yeah, I don't need to, I don't know why I was about to try to loot that cocoon. I already did that. Some of you might also ask, hey Fez, why did you choose a gnome for the tank? Well, on live, you know, especially the journeyman mercenaries, I don't think race for a tank matters all that much. Not to mention they all have this insane hit point regen. If we look at the mercenary stats, look at that. Combat hit point regen 158. They've got 1126 hit points. and 102 AC. What do I have? I have more hit points. I have 2202 hit points. My AC is 224. So my AC and my hit points is better. But with their hit point regen at 158, my hit point regen is 5. Okay? I don't think they're going to die. I'm going to die well before they will. Having extra hit points helps me to not die. I've also got some higher level buffs here. I've got like temperance, and I've got an hour spiritual brawn. I've got boon of the clear mind, and I even have spiritual light. So yeah, I've got some decent buffs on me from higher level characters to just sort of help me out, help me get my foot in the door. So you're cheating? No, it's a game mechanic that exists in the game. Just taking full advantage of it. How many of you guys can't resist getting buffs if and when they're available? Or using modern gear? I know there's some folks that are like, oh, do like a progression video on Throne of Eye, but use only old world equipment. I'm like, why would I do that? Why would I do that when I have access to modern day gear, like the Underfoot Diamond Trio jewelry, and all that, and all the nice armor that drops now, all the Defiant stuff. No thanks. I know some folks would like me to try that, but I did try that. It was called Playing on the Teak server. And it was okay for a while. It was fun for a while, but it stops being fun because you've got all these people running around with their bot armies, taking over entire zones. And not just taking over, but they'll actively try to train you. They'll actively try to get you killed on purpose. Now, some of you might not like people who twink their characters and this and that, but that doesn't hurt anyone else. I'm not running around throwing my weight around trying to challenge anyone to a duel either, you know, with overpowered gear. What I think is crappy and toxic is the people that get you trained on purpose. What's your opinion on that? Do you feel like it's toxic behavior, or is it just the game working as intended? Or do you feel like, oh, that's just being what is it called? All the toxic people try to say that it's being competitive. I don't know, man. Being competitive is like you're in a race and you're trying to, you know, be the fastest runner. Being toxic would be like you're in that race, but you're actively trying to trip up other people. And that's what I feel it is. I feel like a lot of folks that actively try to trip up someone else, get them killed or whatever. Yeah, that's what I feel is toxic. If you have a difference in opinion, you're welcome to share it in the comments. If I disagree, I might just not answer you. You know, I'm cool with conversation. I just don't want it to turn into a giant argument. Do I need to... Okay, yeah, I do have arachnophobia, so I gotta kill the queen. So let's go do that while she's up, because I'm sure someone else is gonna come along and want to take their turn. And I think you've seen me play before, if you're watching this. And you know that I don't usually try to you know, get in other people's way when I see them playing. I'm more than happy to move out of the way. I mean, it depends on what it is. If it's a camp that I've had for a while, or that I had for just a few minutes and I want to stay there for maybe a few more kills, then I feel like, yeah, that's my camp. Now, if I've been at a camp for a couple of hours and someone else shows up and they're asking me, hey, how long are you going to be here? I'm more than happy to give up the camp and say, oh, you know, I was just leaving. and let the next person get a shot at it. Let me know if you've ever done that too. Have you ever just had someone show up and they ask how long you're going to be there for, and they're not like a massive box team. It just seems like another normal, genuine player who is interested in that camp. Would you offer it to them and give it up, or would you be like, no, it's mine, I'm gonna be here for the rest of the night, or whatever? Again, I feel like it depends on the camp. If it's something that's super rare and you've waited a week to get to that camp and you want to hold on to it for 3 or 4 hours, I feel like, yeah, you're allowed. What is this person doing? I was obviously engaged in that battle before they showed up. That's pretty funny. Maybe their computer's really laggy and they just didn't see me there. So I don't really know if I'm gonna make a series out of playing this character or anything. I know a lot of people really enjoyed my Daphne Druid Adventures videos where I was playing this druid, and I was initially hoping to play them up to like level 65 or 70. I only got to about, I want to say about level 50, around there, close to that. When I encountered a quest that really irritated me, it was one where I needed to do a lot of trade skills. And I'm not talking about getting your trade skill up to 55 or 100. No, you kind of had to have your skill maxed out. So that sort of, I don't know, put a big wrench in my whole plans for that character. And I did skill up their trade skills a bunch. I still don't know if it's enough to do that quest. And I know I should probably just give up on that quest and move on. But I feel like I might have just given up on the series and moved on. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, I've got a bunch of deliver messages here. And I still got to kill a kobold infiltrator for the mercenary quest. So let's do that too. I got to hit up all these barrels because I got to make sure I get... Okay, I got 2 arrows. Let's run around here. There's a few more barrels over here. I want to see if I can get my filthy dark elf hands on a bow. Because, you know, rangers like bows. I think it's neat that they unlock certain race class combos over time. I don't know why they don't do it more often, though, you know? I feel like they could do it. They could do it a lot more, and they don't. I'd love to see a gnome beast lord. Just saying. Alright, I got me a quiver. Put my arrows in my quiver. All this information about quivers. Come on, I know. Yes, arrows go in them. I think I can memorize some more spells too now. I got my first snare spell. I got my second snare spell. So, what's the difference between tangling weeds and snare? I really am not sure. I think snare is the better of the two. So, tangling weeds will slow them for 18 seconds. It's got a cast time of 0.5. Snare, the duration is 48 seconds. It's got a cast time of 2. So I guess one is quick acting and doesn't last very long at all, while the other one is much slower. Honestly, I'd be happy just having snare. Alright, talk to Hobart. I got my hat. So I have a bunch of potions. Where the heck are they? Okay, I got some haste potions. Got some healing potions. So that's all I need right now. And I've got some new quests. Oh, right. I said I was going to take a look at the mercenary at level 6 and see if it starts charging me money. Okay, level 6, I'm still not getting charged anything. So if you're curious, yeah, level 6 doesn't unlock the fees. It still says 0. Oh, I got my first bow. Oh, man. I kind of want to keep having the stats on on this thing, on the festive doll. So what I'm gonna do is a Defiant Plate Helm. I'm gonna set up a bandolier, add one, and then I'm gonna set up a second bandolier that has arrows and the bow, and I'm gonna add two. And I'm gonna set hot button to that. I'm gonna rename the hot button arrow. Let's color it yellow. Slash auto fire. Timer 6 comma. Auto fire. Pause. 4 comma. And slash. Oh, I don't need it, but thank you. So bandolier activate 1. I'm sure they were trying to be nice. It's super, super nice. Honestly, that's a nice weapon for someone else. It's just I have something way better already. But see, you have thoughtful players like this all over the place. He doesn't know me. He just saw a ranger and probably didn't think or know that I might already be twinked. I'm currently using a blackened acrylia blade, which is 14 damage, 22 delay, which is much better than the blade he was offering. It's a pretty nice blade for a newbie, that it just drops here off the named, but it can't compare to what I have, and I don't want to take it when maybe he can offer it to someone else. But there's another bow. But yeah, for those of you playing Rangers, Dark Elf or otherwise, always click on these barrels and loot them, because they have arrows in them. Unless you know, twinked yourself with a big supply of arrows, which is completely possible. It's not something I think of doing. I could have crafted myself a nice bow and maybe done that, but the bows that I can craft, they you get backpacks here too. See, here's a backpack that was in one of them. You also get iron rations, which sell for a couple of gold, or just hang on to it because hey, it's food. And here's the guy that drops the key. This guy's resisting my snares. Defiant chain sleeves. I don't think the Defiant is going to be any better than the Glooming Deep chain that I got. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Sometimes wearing the Defiant over the Glooming Deep is better for some things, like because it has, like here, Burning Affliction. The Glooming Deep doesn't have focus effects, but the Defiant does. So if you find something that has Burning Affliction 1 on it and you can cast dots, then yeah, use that. Another benefit to having a tank mercenary when you're playing a ranger is that if I wanted to, I can back up and just practice my spells and my archery on the mob while the tank was tanking, you know? Maybe I'll try it with this guy here. So there's my button. Okay, see? I shot a single arrow and it swaps my thing, so it puts the bow in my hand bravely, long enough to fire a single arrow, and then it gives me my idol back. So I get to keep the benefits of the stats when I'm doing, you know, melee combat, all that stuff. I'm kind of surprised that the regular snare doesn't overwrite the short-term one. Or maybe it does, but it resisted. I don't know. Oh, dang it. I really didn't want to get that ad. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't. I could have just had my merc back off and pull this guy further away. But oh well, my merc can take it. They can get hit by... be attacked on both sides and See, their hit points is still at 100%. I really could just let them do all the work. I could just sit back and practice my archery or practice my feeble healing spell. I think it just does like, I don't know, 5-6 points of heals. So I need this egg, hatchling, unhatched sibling, gloom bracer, don't need that. See, here's another thing. Gloom steel axe, it's a two-hander, but I think I already gave myself a better two-hander. So I'm gonna leave the rest of that stuff on the corpse. I'll probably do this video until I get up to like the part where I kill the demon guy that's in here. The pit fiend. One of the nice things about using underfoot jewelry, especially for these hybrid classes at low level, you see my mana hasn't really gone down because I just have so much of it. It also helps that I do have the boon of clear mind still. I've got 7 more minutes, and the spiritual light. They both help you regen mana. I don't want to have to fight these both at the same time, but I guess I will. Yeah, they're both coming. I could have made myself some damage shield potions, but I was lazy and I didn't do it. A third one. So I got a third one on me now. Oh, right. I was supposed to make another video. I actually had some plans today, but I completely forgot what I had planned. Well, I got another level. What am I, 8 now? Yep. So I think I'm at the point where I can get the quest for that, for the pit fiend. Oh, I've got the key. Let me turn the key into this guy. There it is. Pretty sure I give it to him. Yep. And I get my gloves. I already got gloves though. Oh, I got crude defiant gloves. Well, I could just destroy these. But guys, if you've had any ideas or thoughts about what would make a good video, and you'd like to see me try to do that, I'd love to hear your suggestions in the comments. I wouldn't mind trying that. If you maybe have other games that are similar to Everquest that you think I might enjoy, and you could let me know what they are, what the names of them are. I don't know if I would start playing another game because Everquest already consumes so much of my time, but I would probably watch some videos of gameplay of other games just to see if it's something I would like or would not like. I do watch probably an uncomfortable amount of YouTube videos that are not mine, you know? Be kind of weird if I just sat here all day watching my own videos. Be kind of creepy and self-absorbed, wouldn't it? Are you a YouTuber yourself currently watching my stuff? And if you are, do you spend a strange amount of time, an uncomfortable amount of time, watching your own videos? And if you do, then why? Why do you watch your own videos? Obviously, all of us need to watch our own stuff while we are editing, of course. So to me, that doesn't even count. Editing doesn't count. But do you watch it after it's been posted? And do you watch it like more than once? So yeah, curious. Love to hear your ideas on that, your thoughts on that. Why are these guys like just warping from their location once they're hit? That's pretty weird. I wonder if that's like a game mechanic that they added because of mobs getting stuck on walls and doorways, where they can just warp through it all now and get to their targets faster. Because look, this guy's gonna do it too. Poof. He vanished outside of the building and he showed up out here. Why? Why is that happening? Did I just answer it when I said it's a game mechanic they added so the mobs don't get stuck anymore? Or is it something new? Some new bug that's been created or released upon this new expansion? I'd like to know. I don't think Overlord Gikken can be snared. I've been trying to snare him this whole time. And it'll get his attention, it'll cause some aggro, but that's about it. He does not get snared. He has a lot of hit points too, man. Pretty sure he was designed for a group. My haste is gone, so let me chug a haste potion. My haste should be at 20% now, yeah. Because there's a cap, a haste cap of 10 at low level. Oh, great, I got another one now. Oh, here's that same sword that other guy tried to give me. A Gloom Steel Blade, 930. Again, it's better than like a Rusty, but I already have something better than this, so. If you're a viewer and you happen to notice, hey, that was actually Fez that I tried to give that sword to. Yeah, I wasn't refusing it to be unpleasant at all. I was refusing it, hoping that you could pass it on instead to someone else who could make better use of it. Okay, so I killed the Overlord. I think I gotta take out a couple of these captains. Yeah, 2 more captains. Be 1 more after this guy. Yes, I can math. Can you math too? I knew you could. Has anyone ever taken damage from the crate exploding? I know it does tend to push you across the zone if you're standing next to it when it explodes. I don't know if it does damage though. And honestly, I've always been a little too skeptical to give it a shot because I didn't want to die. But I've seen kobolds standing next to it when it goes off, and a lot of times they'll get shoved but not take damage. But I don't know, maybe they're immune to it because it's their explosives. I have no idea. More barrels over here. So these only drop 2 or 3 arrows at a time. But you see here now I'm at 91 arrows by looting them barrels. Another good thing to kill are these Spirit Weavers, because a lot of times the Spirit Weavers will drop a staff, and the staffs sell for about 4 platinum each, I believe. Yeah, see, staff. So I'll loot that. It also drops, oh, look, another haste item. That's an uncommon for them, though. He dropped a Gloom Steel hammer as well. That's actually a very nice hammer. I'm actually going to loot the hammer. So I don't have a blunt weapon yet. Actually, correction, I do have a blunt weapon. So now I have a hammer that I don't need. Oh well. Alright, let's go turn in some of our stuff here. And I also want to get the Pit Fiend quest. And I think I'll be finished. I killed all the bosses. Are you serious? Did I not have some of these quests before? And I'm just getting them now? Aw, dang it. Well, now it says to kill the Overlord again. Man, I already killed the Overlord. I don't think I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to pass on whatever the heck it is. Because I already have all the parts. I have all the parts of the armor that I needed. And that's really the only reason you want to do some of this stuff. I got to turn in the egg here for Flutterwing. One of his siblings. Where's the stupid egg? There it is. Alright. That's completed. Also going to get rid of most of these other bows. Let me grab one of them. I'll put it down here in this lonely backpack at the bottom. That way I don't accidentally sell all my bows. Let's go to the bank here and see if there's any backpacks. Alright, now we go to the merchant. You know what? I probably got more spells to memorize. Let's make some more room in our bags doing that. It looks like I'm having a lag spike of some kind because this thing is not selling. Well, I think this is where I might end the video then. If I'm having a lag spike, that's a sign that this video might be off the rails here in a second. So I hope you enjoyed this little playthrough. I'll try to play this character a little more. I don't know if I'm going to have any plans for it. If you've got any suggestions, I'm willing to listen. I might not do it. I might do it. I don't know. Sometimes if I get really into a character, I'll just want to play them, and I'll want to play them my way. And if that's the case, then maybe I can do a consolation prize where I take another character and do whatever was suggested with that character. Because maybe if I really get into this one, I'll want to play them instead. But again, I'm experiencing a really vicious lag spike or something right now where I'm not able to do anything. I'm definitely not able to sell anything to this merchant. So thanks for watching. If you like what I do here and you'd like to help support me and support the channel, please give the video a like. If you'd really like to help support the channel, please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Or a step above that would be to join the channel as a channel member. Channel members get special perks and privileges, like a link to join the private Discord. On our private Discord, we do our live voice chats and stuff during our live streams. That's how we communicate through our raids and group content. And, sometimes answer questions and stuff because we have our whole guild. They're always willing to help out. You can also leave a super thanks on the video. A super thanks is like leaving me a tip, just like if I was your Uber driver. For those that don't know, yes, I'm actually an Uber driver in RL. There's also a Patreon, which is in the links below the video here, along with links to my other social media stuff, like my Blue Sky account. You're welcome to follow me over there too. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a great day. And as always, a wonderful tomorrow.
Trista Plaguewind hides deep in the shadows, crouching in the dark, waiting for her prey, spreading dark disease. Death is never far. Acolyte of death, apostle of disease, spreading rotten fear to those who linger near. Toxic arrows fly, her targets fall and cry. Praise bird toxilus, praise be unholiness. Praise bird toxilus, plague bringer, plague bringer, plague. Deepest wilderness, under glowing stars, diseased fog rolls in, sickly vines choking life. Another arrow flies, bursting through your chest. Praise bird toxilus, praise be unholiness. Praise bird toxilus, plague bringer, plague bringer, plague. Trista Plaguewind hides deep in the shadows, Necatola's forest, her home forever. Hunting trespassers here, watch them shake in fear.